Good day. My name is John Marshall. My student number is 252-414-87. I'm currently studying a higher certificate in preschool education, and this is my reflective vision board assignment. So before I begin, I just want to give you a close-up here. I know you'll have a scan of it, but nonetheless, here's a close-up of the vision board. So, the teacher that inspired me the most, her name was Vilma. She was really something fascinating. I've had many teachers that were good, but out of all of them, she always comes back to my mind many, many times. And the things that she would embody is patience, kindness, understanding. And one thing in particular that stood out, that's just me personally, is she was always neat. She was always well dressed, always had an ascot every single day. She always had an ascot, but she's so well spoken, so loving and so kind. She was very intelligent. She specialized in Alsen learners, and her husband relocated to the city that I was living in, which is a very, very tiny city, which is why she ended up in the school that I was in, even though she was so highly qualified. And she took a great deal of interest in every single one of us because we were a very small school. She had the time to put in every single learner and give every single learner that attention that she realized they need, and bridge gaps that we didn't even realize that we had ourselves. She really was amazing. She would respect everyone, but she always used to say that respect is a two-way street. If you want me to be fair with you, then you need to be fair with me. Whatever you do comes back on you. And she would always try and emphasize equal opportunity. I avoid saying equality, because sometimes people take that as equal outcome. But she made that very clear that equal opportunity does not necessarily equal the same outcome. It's about what you put in with the opportunities that are provided to you. What are you willing to do with what you have? She really drilled that into me. She was the first person to make me understand that. And one thing that I think made her so special to me in particular was her giving people the benefit of the doubt. She would always weigh up a situation and listen to all sides of the story, even though we were just children. She would focus and listen to us and what we had to say, and then she would draw her own conclusions from that. An example that I can give that sits with me till today is I had to do a gedig, a poem in Afrikaans. And I sat the whole night working on this poem. I wanted it to be good. So I went through the dictionary. That's how badly I wanted it to be good. I would think of, okay, this is what I want to say. Die Here is my trots. The Lord is my happiness. And then I would go into the dictionary and I'd literally just scan through pages and find words that rhyme with trots, and how can I make that a good poem. So anyway, the teacher who marked it said I was cheating, blatantly. She just told me straight out, no, you're cheating. You didn't write this. And I got very offended. It actually killed my love for Afrikaans a little bit at the time. And obviously this matter was brought forward to her because she was vice principal at the time. She later became the principal, but she was the vice principal at the time. And she came and she spoke to me, and she spoke to my mom and everything. And she believed me. She said, no, I know John Marshall. I know how he studies, and know how he learns, and I know that he wouldn't cheat in this manner. And she actually complimented me on how good the poem was. And it made me realize then and there, these little stepping blocks here, is how positive reinforcement can make a child shine. A teacher really has the ability to make or break a child. You might not think it in the moment as an adult, but if we look back, we all have something that one teacher has said to us, good or bad, that shaped our character in one way or another, that we never forgot. We will always remember that and hold on to it. It's in our subconscious. And that is why she sits in my mind as such a good person to emulate, because I understand, having gone through a situation like that and having it fresh in my mind all the time, how easy it is to break a child. You really have to be careful with your tone of voice, how you phrase things, how you treat them. It is very, very important. She would always help us grow. That's essentially the main point I'm trying to get across with this amazing human being. Is her point was to make you grow, and she'd find out what you needed to grow, and then she would bridge that gap. But equal opportunity is not equal outcome. She could give you the tools, but if you weren't willing to use them, then that's on you. So for myself as a teacher, I see myself emulating quite a lot of her qualities. I want to be well dressed, I want to be neat, I want to be professional, kind, and one that I really struggle with is patience. We all have our flaws, and mine is definitely patience. I seek to embody these qualities when I become a teacher, when I'm working with children, especially little children. It is so important. So for my three goals that I want to achieve during the block weeks is definitely to, I would say it's 1 point actually, to grow. I want to grow. But within that is my 3 points. I want to grow in patience. Above all, that is my main point. I need to learn patience. And I want to learn knowledge, practical knowledge. It's all great to learn the books and everything, but when you find yourself in a situation that's difficult, a lot of that knowledge goes straight out the window. And also understanding. When I say understanding, I mean understanding the type of children I'm working with, and that every child is different, and how can I evolve or adapt what I've been taught and what I've learned to this practical situation and this human being that's in front of me. I'm particularly enjoying this course right now. I have a newborn son, so a lot of what I'm learning I can see in the child in front of me, and I can see where's the child going, what's coming next. So those are the 3 main points that I want to focus on, is patience above all, practical knowledge, and then understanding the children, and that every child is different and has their own needs. And thank you so much for your time.